Hello friends, through this video I would like to give a very important message to the world. Astrology has become a very big business, and in this field of astrology there are so-called doshas. There are some things with which it's been a fraud, and there are a lot of big myths which are going in the world of astrology, and some astrologers or a lot of astrologers are trying to fool you through some of these terminologies or these things. So in this video I want to discuss all these things, so please do watch this video till the end. And while doing this video I would like to first say that I have a deep respect for every one of you, every astrologers, and I'm not defaming or I'm not saying anything against any astrologer. I'm just putting my opinion for every one of you. You have brains, you have mind, you have to analyze and put your own logic if my words or my opinion makes sense, yes or no. Okay, with due respect to everyone, every astrology, every form of Jyotisha. There are three things, like typically there are three major things which I have seen, which has become a big business, which is one of the big myths in the world of astrology. And they are, the number one is being Manglik, the term Manglik, Second is Kaalsarp Dosh, and third is Sade Satti, like Shani Sade Satti. Now, are they myths, or are they, do you have faith in them, or do you have blind faith in them? I don't know about you. But what through this video I would like to discuss and share some of the logical facts about what are these things and why you have to stay away from all these things. If you hear these terminologies from anyone, just stay away, because it might not be good for you and you might just get into any fraudulent activity, or you might just waste your money basically. So as per my opinion, Manglik Dosh, Kaalsarp Dosh, Sade Satti, Shani Sade Satti Dosh, all these things are illogical, all these things are unscientific, and they don't have any direct or indirect impact in anyone's life. Now I'm sure many senior astrologers are out there might not agree to it, or might not be very, very pleasant on this direct worded by myself. I'm also a student, I'm learning astrology, I'm practicing, teaching. It's been 12 years on this day. But what my message today is to showcase, to show you like why I feel this, right? There is always has to be a strong why. And if you or any learned astrologer would want to discuss this, please comment below and please let me know. I'm always open for any great conversation regarding these topic would be good. Or if you know better reasons on why to follow Manglik, or why to follow Kaalsarp Dosh, or why to wear gemstones, then please let me know. Maybe your points can change my opinion, but my opinion can change the world's opinion, believe me, through this video. Let's directly jump into the very first Manglik Dosh. Like this, you must have heard that whenever you go for marriage matchmaking, oh, the girl is Manglik, oh, the boy is Manglik. Okay, so Manglik can get married to only Manglik. So a Manglik cannot get married to non-Manglik. All these things, what they do is they just waste your time. They just waste your valuable time of your marriage. If you're searching for a good proposal for marriage, and if you're checking all these things, you are doing nothing but you're just wasting your time, believe me. Because Manglik versus Manglik, non-Manglik versus non-Manglik is all big myth. I have seen a lot of marriages in which a Manglik gets married to non-Manglik or vice versa, and the marriage is great. There's also a lot of myths like 36 points should match out of 36, only then it would be great marriage. But no, I have seen a lot of marriages with 36 out of 36 points in marriage matchmaking, but still there is divorce happening. So these are big myths which I feel. The reason is, see, when you say it's a Manglik yoga, when the planet Mars, which is related to this Manglik concept, the planet Mars or Mangal, if Mars is in your first house, fourth house, seventh house, eighth house, or 12th house, when Mars is specifically in these houses, then you say that the native is Manglik. If it's in other houses, you say that the person or the native is non-Manglik. Now, out of 12 houses, these 5 houses, you say that Mangal is there, which means that 50% of the population on earth is Mangal and 50% is non-Manglik. So how can you have this biased concept of, Mangals and non-Mangals? So that really doesn't make sense. And secondly, very important point, please, apply logic to what I am saying. When a baby is born with some ascendant, that ascendant stays for 2 hours. All the ascendant stays for approximately around 2 hours, right? In a 24-hour day, we have 12 ascendants, 12 zodiac signs. So in that 2 hours of time window, there could be millions of babies would be born. So would all the million baby, of course they would have Mangal if Mars is in the first house. All the millions of babies would be born in that 2 hours of time. And would everyone would have bad impact coming in from Mars and bad marriage or anything like that? No, that is not true. That is very much unscientific and illegal, right? And all these doshas, all these big doshas are like big terminologies in the world of Jyotisha. They are just there to scare you, to give you expensive remedies, to tell you that, okay, you have to do this puja part, okay, you have to wear this expensive gemstone, only then it will be good for you. It's more psychological. You have to really understand. When any astrologer is trying to give you all these remedies, they are trying to scare you and you are already in stress. Firstly, the time when you go to meet an astrologer, you're looking for a solution because you're already, mentally you're stressed. And that's the time when that astrologer would see that, okay, so this guy is coming in, this client is coming in, he's already mentally stressed, plus they can see the birth chart, moon is weak, this is weak, and plus they have any Manglik dosha or any specific kind of dosha, and then they would try to dig out money from your pockets and nothing would help you really. And specifically this Manglik dosh can waste the most important time of your marriage life. And I have seen lot of people 33, 35 years, 36 years still not married. Why? Because from 7-8 years they are still searching for a Manglik or a non-Manglik. In search of that, they have wasted 6 to 8 years, and then when the age is gone, then eventually they try to get married with any proposal which comes. And that's how a lot of time waste. Comment below and let me know what are your views on this. Let me discuss the second dosh, which is like very popular dosh, Kaalsarp Dosh. Now the word itself is like Kaalsarp Dosh, like sounds like very, very, very dangerous. Like it sounds like some big problem or some big issue has occurred, as if we should have not born only with this Kaalsarp Dosh. Now Kaalsarp Dosh happens when all the planets are between Rahu and Ketu. Right? All the planets are, if Rahu is in the first house, Ketu is in the 7th house, and all the planets are between 1st to 7th house or vice versa, then this specific yoga is formed. Again, there would be like millions of babies born on earth who would be born with the same kind of a Kaalsarp Dosh. Would all the million babies would have this problem of Kaalsarp Dosh? That's my question. The answer is big no. It is illogical, it is unscientific, it is bogus, it is just there to give you some expensive remedies, expensive puja parts or some gemstones and stuff and just scare you, right? So Kaalsarp Dosh, again, it doesn't work. And one very, very big logical point which you have to understand today is, and specifically if you're learning astrology, then believe me, just take an example of a twins. When twins are born, they are born with a difference of just 5 to 7 minutes. Okay? They have the same birth chart, their ascendant will be same, their Mahadasha Antardasha will be same, their everything is same. But why they have different life? Have you ever thought about that? I think so you might have not discussed that critical point. Or might be your teachers or your astrologers might not be thinking on that line. When twins are born with like same birth chart, same kundali, same horoscope, but their life events are different. One is getting sick today, the other is getting sick after 4 months. One is getting married now, the other is getting married next year. There are so many differences, right? So what would be the reason? There are a lot of reasons. D9, D60, as per KP astrology has answers to it. Divisional charts has specific logical answers to it. which I'm not discussing this. There are separate videos which you can watch. But what I'm saying is that Kaalsarp Dosh, with all the planets, or Earth Kaalsarp Dosh, when Moon or any one planet is out of Rahu Ketu, then these yogas are formed, and these yogas are again nothing but there to scare you. So be careful with all these terminologies. And the third yoga, which is the Shani Sade Satti. Oh my god, this is Shani and Sade Satti is worldwide very popular, very famous. People say that during Shani Sade Satti it could be worst time of your life, or it could be good time of your life, depending upon where Saturn is. If Saturn is positive or negative based on karma and all those things. I had a lot of conversation with many astrologers, traditional astrologers too. They think that Sade Sati do work. But my point over here is that Sade Sati will occur when Saturn enters a house before the natal moon. When Saturn is in the house where the moon is, and a house after that, 7.5 years, right? Because Saturn takes 2.5 years in one zodiac sign. So there could be millions of babies who could be born, even twins, they would have the same Sade Sati. If, say for example, if I am an Aquarius moon, there would be Sade Sati for me. But if my family members or other friends, if everyone have Aquarius moon, not necessarily everyone would have same Sade Sati impact. Again, because everyone might not have the same Saturn placement based on nakshatra of Saturn, pada of nakshatra. But say for example, the day when I was born, the day when I was born in the hospital, on that same day, there would be many babies born in the city where I was born, in the state, in the country, in the province where I was born. Everyone will have the same Sade Sati yoga formed, but not everyone will have similar life events in their life. That's what I'm trying to say. But some astrologers, they would, debate that based on past life karma, there could be problems in Sade Sati and those points, which still doesn't convince me with this. And the biggest problem is, there could be Sade Sati. You might be in great problem because of Sade Sati. But all these, expensive gemstones to wear or expensive remedies to do, all these things is something which might not be very scientific, and it might not be working really great in your life. So you have to be very careful if any astrologer or anyone using this terminologies on you, like you are Manglik, you have Kaalsarp Dosh, or you have Sade Sati, all this. More than Sade Sati, I feel that your Mahadasha or Antardasha might not be favorable. You might be going through a Shatru Graha or enemy planet Antardasha. Maybe because of that there could be problem, and not due to Saturn, right? So there could be a lot of factors, lot of things. Again, with due respect to every one of you, this video was not there to hurt any sentimental or anyone's opinion. You might have a strong opinion. I have my opinion, so this video was to just give my opinion on these topics, that I don't believe in gemstones. I don't follow all these traditional remedies in astrology because they don't really work, and it would be just a waste of time. More than that, give good guidance to your clients. If you're an astrologer, if you're studying astrology, give good guidance to your clients. Use Jyotisha as a tool to really give a good path, change their career path, change their life path, change their karmic path, make them a good person in their life, in their society, so that they can, their presence can change millions of other lives around them. So that guidance is really important, which you can get it from divisional charts, which you can get it from KP astrology, which you can get it from D60 Shashti Amsha, which changes in every 2 minutes. That is one of my specialization, D60. KP astrology, the sublord could also change in slightly more than 2 minutes of time. The smallest sublord in KP astrology is of the planet Sun, which is of 40 kala, and which changes slightly more than 2 minutes of time. Whereas Shashti Ansha, which is D60, is changes in every 30 kala, which is exactly 2 minutes. So D60 is more refined than KP, I would say. I mean, I'm not comparing any methods. All the methods are good. Every method is best. But eventually it's on you. What's your perception is towards following any specific methodology for doing predictions. Okay. I hope you like this video. hit the like button, share this video with all your friends and students who are studying astrology, and I'll see you next time with another new video on Vedic Astrology. Till that time, stay blessed. May God bless you with all the wisdom in your life, and keep smiling and keep spreading the fragrance of joy and happiness around you. Take care. Goodbye.